Hey, Steve Peterson here of Infinity Investments. Welcome to our channel where we talk about all things commercial and investment real estate, and we strive to provide valuable, timely content to investors and commercial real estate brokers and agents on best practices and current and relevant things that are just going on in the marketplace. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about pricing. All right, this is in January 2021. This is a very interesting topic right now, especially for commercial real estate. And we're in an environment where, depending on where you are in the country, there may not be a lot of sales comps. However, what I would say is there are a few of them. Okay, so you're not, totally out there without anything to go off. We can always look to the income approach to value to figure out where properties are valued. Understanding cap rates really haven't changed that much, at least here in the Bay Area. Really low interest rates are helping us out with that. But I think it goes to pricing strategy, right? I think the big thing today is pricing strategy. So I want to talk about three things that can maybe help you to think about putting together a pricing strategy that's going to be it'll help you sell your property efficiently. Because they're selling properties and then they're selling them efficiently in a way in which it doesn't, it's not a laborious process. It's a smooth process. And so I think that there's a couple different trains of thoughts. First of all, this is what I suggest, okay? When I look at pricing a property, I always look at what the sales comps are. I always look at what the actual cash flow, the actual net operating income of the property is currently, all right? The actual tenants, the actual, health of those tenants, the current cap rates of other properties that have sold for, right? And we come up with a price range and we look at and say, hey, look, this is what we think the property is worth today. All right, what it's going to sell for in today's market. Then what we do is we like to bring that price slightly under that number. Okay, not horrifically under that number, but slightly under that number. Anywhere I like to say 2 to 3% under whatever that number or that range is. And the reason we do that is because what we want to do is we want our property to represent a value to the marketplace. We want the marketplace to see this property and say, you know what, that's a good price. That's a good property. Let's inquire about it, because we know that if we get a higher number of inquiries, look, it's law of averages, we should be able to sell that property and get a higher number of offers, quality offers, that we can then pick and choose from. I like that strategy the best. I suggest it. However, I get this a lot from clients is, well, look, if it's $2 million on the market, why don't we put it at 2.1 and then let people negotiate us down? That way, maybe we can get more. Here's the problem with that, is that, now, there's a lot of people who do this and are successful with doing it. But I think what we're talking about today is efficiently selling the properties, right? And I think with that model, in the pandemic particularly, is I think the property's going to sit for a while. And when it sits for a while, investors that are out there are going to take that as, look, it's time to get a discount. Let me come in here, 15 below asking price. Let me ask for some seller finance and let me be a little bit aggressive here. Okay. Now, I know guys who do this all the time and they do well by it, but I just think it takes too long to sell the property that way. And I think that at the end of the day, the guys who list kind of slightly under the price point and get multiple offers, they sell it faster, and then they typically are going to have better escrows, because when you do have quality multiple offers, you can look and see who has the most solid financing, who has the most solid down payment, who maybe has an extensive experience as an operator of properties. All those things come into play. But, there is this big idea of if we list it over the value that we can negotiate our way down. I just think when you do that, you end up negotiating your way below what the price point was at, and then, being in a weakened negotiating position. Okay. And the last thing I see out there is just, kind of putting the property almost like too low. You'll see people, or they're putting it too low, and then there's a million offers and you frustrate people. I don't think that the problem with that is like when you price slightly under the asking price at the value range, like I suggest, you are going to get multiple offers, but you're not going to get flooded, and you're not misleading people, and it doesn't get laborious. Remember, we're talking about efficiency. So I think listing it, if it's $2 million, you say we're going to list it for 1.7. We're going to get a bidding frenzy going on. I mean, you will get a bidding frenzy. You will, but it gets a little bit crazy. And I don't think it's the most efficient way. Okay. And then there's in commercial real estate, this is very popular. There's price is not disclosed. And I know a lot of top brokerage firms do it. Not so much. Well, yeah, I do think you see that in the larger apartment buildings, but not so much in apartment buildings. I see it more on like larger office, institutional type properties. But what I would say is that I think every time I see something like that, my first thought is, man, it's overpriced. That's my first thought. Because usually every single time when I see the price undisclosed, what I call it, try to get the real price, it is overpriced or the expectations are unrealistic. And brokers a lot of times say, well, let's bring me your offer. However, again, I see a lot of big brokerage houses using this strategy to go ahead and get properties sold. So, you pick the strategy. I'm just kind of giving you some different ideas that are out there. Investors, brokers, please comment on this. I'm interested to see what your opinion about pricing is, particularly today. I like to not try to waste a lot of time because I believe efficiency is important, especially if we're doing exchanges. That's my philosophy. I'm very interested to see what your philosophy is, and I think we should be talking about this as a marketplace to make sure that, we're getting things done efficiently. Hope this helps. If it does, subscribe. We're going to be bringing you more content like this. Have a great day.